Hey, what's up guys? Tom Bombadil here, and I'm back with another Minecraft video. And today, I'm going to be showing you the new smallest 2x2 bud trapdoor. Now if I turn around here, you'll see a nice 2x2 area marked down on the floor. If I walk over to it and put a nice piece of redstone dust down, you'll see we fall through without taking any damage whatsoever. Now, this design is 12 blocks smaller than the last one, being 8 by 8 by 2, or if you count the floor, I guess it would be 18 blocks smaller. But I don't count the floor. There's nothing really to count there. Whatever. If you come over to this design, which is my previous one, to make this newer one, I used most of the same circuitry, to be honest. I used this entire back circuit over again. I really like this circuit because I think it's really small and compact, but I didn't like the way that I updated this torch. So to come up with a different method, I wondered, well, if I can't use a piston, what else can I use? Therefore, I decided to use a dispenser with a lava bucket. Now that may sound crazy, but it does actually work. So let me quickly break away this floor here. And you'll see that the redstone is actually pretty simple, to be honest. The only really complicated thing is my hopper clock over here. But that's not a very big deal. And yeah, again, just like in my previous designs, I have used torch burnouts, and yeah, I think they're a pretty effective way of activating a bud trapdoor like this. Yep. So here. Now you may notice one thing that's kind of bad about this design is that if you come down here, you'll notice that this has to use a redstone block and a redstone dust that's fully powered. That means that this furnace right here has to be entirely filled with items. Yeah. But I think it's an okay trade-off for how small this design is. It just means you're going to have to find like some item like iron, coal even, and just gotta smelt it. Well, not coal. You gotta like smelt wood or something like that to get the charcoal and stuff and that type of thing. It shouldn't be that hard. Now, besides that, I think that's pretty much it. Now I guess let's get to the tutorial. Be back in a bit. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to have this piston layout right here. So right here, these pistons and these pistons are going to be sticky, while this one right here is just going to be a regular piston. Now, this is very important you do this right now. You put down a furnace right here, throw a hopper on top of it, hopper on the side, and you start chucking that thing full of items like coal, any smeltables, because this thing needs to get completely full. Let me grab that, and let me grab some iron ore. It can be anything. You could have gold. You could do anything you really want to for that. But you're gonna need approximately 2 stacks in the fuel. It doesn't need to be like that though. You're probably gonna need a lot less, but just to be safe, just throw it in there. And you're gonna need exactly 2 stacks for the actual ore. Then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna come over here, throw down a torch, block, and some redstone dust around it. This is going to be your torch burnout that activates the entire machine. Then you're going to come over here and you're going to throw in this circuit, which is going to be the hopper. I guess you could call it a hopper timer, but it's not really a hopper timer. Hopper there, hopper there. Then you're going to throw in a block in between this and the furnace, and then a comparator. This is so that we can get the signal there as quick as possible. Come over here. The block. This needs to be a 3-tick repeater right here. And that's going to be going into your piston, which is going to be butting this side over here. And now, like I said before about the furnace thing, we need a redstone block here. Well, there needs to be a redstone block here, so that's why you're going to need this, sadly. Comparator there. And some redstone dust. This is actually a very important thing. Make sure you make this part right here a slab, because if not, you're going to be powering the piston when it comes back. Yep. Then you're going to put some blocks it can be any old block, just like this can be any block that you can place redstone dust or torch on. Just throw any old block right there. Then come over here, do the same thing as you did on the other side. Just like so. Do not put anything inside these hoppers yet. Just let them go for now because I don't want to mess around with that. Because if you put them in too early, you could kind of mess up the entire machine. Then you're going to come over here, put another block, 3-tick repeater. Very important to the timing that these are 3-tick repeaters. Right there. And on this piston, which is good, you can use a detector rail because you have enough room in order to fit in the two, solid blocks underneath it so that you can actually use it. That means that this furnace over here, let me grab another furnace, does not have to have very many items in it, and you could just use something like one piece of redstone dust or anything like that. Another block, another slab. Let me try and grab that one. Don't want to bother trying to go through the inventory again. Right. Ooh, what did I just do? Okay. My fault. This can be a regular block, not a dispenser. Throw a comparator down there, and another piece of redstone dust there. Now, sadly, this machine will not be able to run until this furnace completely finishes smelting, so keep that in mind while you're doing this. Then you're going to want to throw a piece of redstone. Nope. You're going to want to throw in a dispenser facing this way. Redstone dust on top of that dispenser. And a block up here. This is the first time I think I've ever worked with dispensers, and I'm kind of happy that it actually worked out. There, throw this in here, another torch burnout. Then you're going to want to grab another sticky piston. Another detector rail. Then the same thing on the other side. Redstone dust, torch, and a block. Same thing as you did on the other side, you're going to throw down another dispenser. You can break that block, you don't need it. Throw a piece of dust there, and a block there. This, again, needs to be a furnace. Almost forgot about that. And the reason this needs to be a furnace is so that you can get a constant output instead of a pulsing output. Block there. And just need to grab another slab. And right there. More blocks right here to get butted. More redstone dust. More block. Thank you very much, piston. Right there. And then throw your items right into there. Now we're just coming to a close right about now. We should have just about everything done. Now, the most important thing to do is right now, you need to put an item into here first, and then an item into here, before you do anything else. If you put any of the lava buckets, which is what's going to be going into here, into this dispenser first, you would have been in a lot of trouble because that would have been spraying down everywhere, taking out your torch. It would have been a mess. Not saying that I did that in an earlier take of this tutorial and I kind of had to redo it all, but yeah, that happened. So yeah, now you gotta wait for this furnace to finish up smelting before you can use it. It'll be a little while for me. And then you should be able to just throw your lava buckets in here, and everything will be ready to go. So just need to grab one, another, one there, one here, and then you should be just about ready to go. So I'll be back as soon as that thing's done smelting. Okay guys, real quick, before this furnace finishes up smelting, I kind of made one mistake. Since you're powering this furnace, the items are not going to go down into it. So either you can just let it go, and then when this thing's done smelting, move these down by hand. Or you can just move this lava bucket out of this dispenser. Break off this comparator and let it go for a little while. That'll fill it back up and everything will be fine. Little mistake, I forgot that's the way furnace is behaved. Okay, back to waiting. Okay, so now as you can see, the furnace is done smelting. All the items are filled up all the way. You can now break away these hoppers right here. You can go back over here, place down your comparator, do this first, and then throw your nice lava bucket in there. I'm just going to pick up these items. Then, what you can do is, you should be able to just run your machine right now. Now, so for the first time, you're just going to have to update this torch. I'm just going to do it by placing a block right here. And as you can see, your machine is nice and ready. You can get rid of these now. That. And you have a done trapdoor. Now all you have to do is place this down, and as you can see, you fall through nice and safe all the way to the bottom. Well, that's just about it. Thank you guys. Let me do this quick. So much for watching, and I will see you all later. Peace.